Something interesting happened at Times Square recently, and I wanted to share with you. So let's check it out. The lights of Times Square share the light of Jesus Christ this Christmas. I think that's a first in years, if ever. Silent Night, Joseph and Mary, people actually looking amazed that this is happening, Mary holding little baby Jesus. The three wise men, angels, I guess. Lots of shepherds, three kings. Christ the Savior is born. I am the light of the world. Jesus Christ. John 8:12. I was very surprised when I saw this video. I actually felt that it was fake because this is not something that we're used to seeing in America. America has lost a bit of its way when it comes to Christianity, and just the matter of, let's say, Christmas. I mean, it started kind of in America, but it spread throughout the world. Like, Christmas lost its initial meaning. Christmas, because it has Christ in the title of the holiday, let's say, is actually a Christian holiday, that celebrates the birth of Jesus. There are very few holidays in this world that have different symbols, like different caricatures that can symbolize them. For example, when you think about Christmas, you can think about Santas, you can think about elves, you can think about, I don't know, penguins, snowmen, and stuff like that. You can think about hot cocoa. You can think about all this stuff. When I say Easter, you can also think about Easter Bunny, but you don't really think about, not always at least, about Christ that has resurrected from the dead. So why is this happening, let's say, only in Christianity? I can't think of any other religion that have these completely off characters or, explanations about the real theme of the day. So if you think about Hanukkah, I don't think there is any kind of person or entity or anything representing that in any sort of way that's not true to what it is. When you think about, I don't know, Chinese New Year, there's definitely not a bubble fairy or something like that that's representative of that. So why only in Christianity? Well, there are a couple of reasons in my opinion. First of all, like, Christian values are good values. Like, people who live them, like really try to live them, are good people. And they are not easy to fool. The world, like Hollywood, America, and this fast-pacing world, what I like to call, doesn't really have any use of those kind of people. People that can think with their own heads. No, they want sheep. They want people that can vote for who they want to vote. They want puppets. They don't really want people that care and that know what they're doing. So without a doubt, there's definitely an attack on Christianity when it comes to this, especially on Christmas. There's no other holiday that has a different name, like Xmas, not Christmas, and that has Santas and elves and stuff like that don't have anything to do with Christmas. This is definitely the most commercialized holiday, without a doubt. And this is what happened to me a couple of days ago. I felt so much stress trying to figure out all the presents that we're going to put under the tree, and my wife was preparing cookies and stuff, and she was stressed because she wanted to make everything perfect there. Her mother burned some cookies and she was stressed about that. So all in all, every person that I know is always in this kind of rush and is always trying to catch the last toy and try to figure out everything in the last possible moment. But why? That's not the meaning of Christmas. I would gladly throw all of that out the window just to have a slower, more kind of meaningful experience with my family, praying, of course, having a couple of like cookies here and there. That's all fun. In my opinion, the commercialization of Christmas is just so evil that it almost makes you kind of hate this holiday, but you're not actually hating Christmas, you're actually hating Xmas. So that's at least what's happening to me. Like, I want to return to the origins, to the base. And as I'm saying again, like, this is only happening, at least as far as I know, correct me if I'm wrong, this is only happening in Christian culture. So with Christian holidays, Christmas and Easter mostly. Tell me any other religion that has their holidays represented by some weird characters that have nothing to do with it. I don't know, maybe I'm wrong, but please, I would actually like to know in the comments. Another thing, Christianity is always a target in all of these new TV series and movies. Like, they're always trying to represent Christians as being, I don't know, less intelligent or in some sort of way lacking knowledge about anything senseful. Like, we don't care about science, which is not really the case. And a lot of real Christians know that faith and science go hand in hand. It's not like one cancels the other. There are a lot of scientists that are big Christians and that believe in both, and they know that science and faith kind of intertwine with each other. I was kind of sad when I saw a lot of comments below the video that I showed you at the beginning that were saying like, don't push Christianity down our throats and stuff like that. I mean, Christmas is a Christian holiday. If you don't understand that, who's pushing anything? I'm saying that actually the opposite is happening. Everybody's trying to push Christianity somewhere in the back, you know, trying to make it seem like we're idiots, trying to make it seem like we're, for some reason, like, I don't know, evil. But the truth is that Christian morals are actually maybe the best morals that we have on earth. Anybody who's actually following the path of Jesus and living the 10 commandments can be a bad person who's really trying, you know. But it's true that Christianity is attacked probably because it is the truth, you know, and people don't want it to be the truth because then it kind of shines up on all of the sins that are happening. People would rather kill their consciousness in order to live in a sin that they believe makes them feel good or makes them feel better. Maybe it does for a second, but that's just an illusion of happiness. That's why there's always a bigger hole to fill later. It just leaves you with this emptiness, and that emptiness inside us can't really be filled with anything earthly. And unfortunately, people don't want to accept this, and they just think like, I want to kill my consciousness, and I will just go from one bad thing to another bad thing, and I'm going to make that a rule. I'm going to tell everybody that, no, this is how things should be happening. You need to respect my choices. You need to allow me to be who I am. You know, I'm all about allowing people to be what they want to be. But let's take this example. If you have a friend that's taking drugs, he might feel happy when he is just taking them. You know, he feels that kind of urge and that kind of buzz. But as soon as that kind of passes, he's way worse than he was before. And what does he need later? He needs more of that. He needs something more. And there has to become a point where even those drugs don't do what they did before. Then he's just stuck in this vicious cycle until he loses completely any sense of himself. Even his image, even his body starts looking weaker. It starts failing, you know, and not to mention his soul. And if you are a real friend, we can talk about it like this. Yes, you can say, okay, that's your choice. You can do whatever you want. But really, would you do that? Or would you tell him, hey, friend, maybe that's not the best thing that you could do. Let me try to help you. Let's go to rehab. Let's try to do something. It will be hard, but it will make your life better later, you know? But unfortunately, people nowadays just tell everybody, yeah, be what you want to be. Be whatever you want to be. That's like, you know, not everything is good. Some things can be good. Some things can be creative. But not everything is equally good. Some things are objectively bad and worse than others. And we need to talk about that. I know that this video is all over the place, but what I wanted to say is that not everybody has to be a Christian. Don't get me wrong. You can be a good person even if you don't believe in anything. I really believe that you can be a good person, that you can treat others with respect, and that you can live a very good, decent life and even end up in heaven. That's my opinion, even if you're not a Christian. And I know a lot of Christians are not going to agree with me on that, but that's my opinion. I'm not saying that it's completely right, maybe it's not, but that's what I believe at this moment. But maybe one thing that you can think about is that life is too hard and too complex, and too many information are coming our way every second, and we can't really figure out all of that. But there are cheat codes in the terms of what we can follow to make it way easier. And to me, Christianity has a lot of great rules and a lot of just general ideas about how you should live your life that I think could be beneficial to any person. So maybe check them out if you want. This is not something that I usually do on the channel, but this video is something that I just felt that I really had to do. So if it helps even just one of you, then I guess I made a good choice recording it. But definitely, Christmas and Xmas are not the same thing. And I really don't like Santa, and I really hate the commercialization of Christmas. But you can also think about it this way. As I said, I've read in the comments like there was this guy saying, don't push Christianity down our throats. Okay, but if you're taking holidays for Christmas, and you don't even know what Christmas is about, then stop and think about it for a second, okay? Because I'm definitely not going to take holidays for any kind of holiday that's outside of my religion. I really do hope that all of you have a very Merry Christmas, but in the real sense and meaning of that word. Merry Christmas.